Good morning, everyone. So, till now we have seen about the previous class of FDMA. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is time division multiple axis. So today we are going to start with this one, that is time division multiple axis. So this is one of the technique that we are going to use in the satellite communication. Okay. One of the technique that we are going to use in the satellite communication. So this is the thing what happens. So we start with the time division multiple axis. So we will discuss about this one now. So I'll write in terms of points about this time division multiple axis, and also on the right side we are having the figure that shows you how the time division is been taking place. Okay, how the time division is taking place, that we can see there. Okay, so we'll be starting with the time division multiple axis now. So what is this one? So this is one of the alternative technique in the satellite communication. Okay? This is one of the alternative technique in the satellite communication that we have. Right. So this is focused on sharing. Okay. This technique is focused on the sharing of the data to transfer from Earth station to satellite. Okay. The main intention here is that this is an alternative technique in the satellite communication, and this technique is focused on sharing of the data to transfer from the Earth station to the satellite that we have. Right. So the data transfer in the in TDMA, data transfer in the TDMA is designed in terms of frames. Designed in terms of frames. Okay. How the data transfer is present here is, it is designed in terms of frames that we have. Okay. One of the important points that we are having here. Right. So we are having here in terms of frames. So the TDMA we have been discussing now. So we are designing in terms of frames. So we will see how this is designed. So you can see in the figure that is shown here, these all are acting as your Earth station. Okay, these all are acting as your Earth stations. Right. So first Earth station, second one, and this is your third one. 3 Earth stations. Each Earth station will send the data in terms of frames to the satellite. Okay, each Earth station will send the data in terms of frames to the satellite. So how this time is being divided near the Earth station? So that is the most important thing. So that we are going to discuss now. Okay, how the time is being divided in the Earth station. So near the Earth station, the TDMA sharing of data is divided, okay, in terms of short time, that is time slots. Okay. Near the Earth station, the TDMA sharing of the data is divided in terms of short time, that is time slots. Okay, it has been divided in terms of time slots. So how in each Earth station, okay, okay. So we are having n number of Earth stations. For example, we are having n number of Earth stations that are connected to the satellite. So n number of Earth stations when they are connected to the satellite, we will be having sharing of data to communicate, sharing of data to communicate to satellite, communicate to the satellite by several Earth stations, in terms of time slots for each station, for each station in terms of frames. In terms of frames, what we are doing is we are sharing the data to communicate with the satellite by several Earth stations in terms of time slots of each station. Okay, in terms of time slots of each for each station in terms of frames, that we are doing here, right? The next point is that we are been having the Earth station consists of transponder where entire bandwidth is utilized. Okay, entire bandwidth is utilized to communicate with satellite. We write directly with satellite. What is the intention here? The earth station consists of a transponder. And for each earth station, I am showing here earth station 1, 2, 3. No, for earth station 1, will have one transponder. So the transponder bandwidth is entirely used to send the frame to the satellite. So that is the intention here. Okay, do you understand? The intention here is that the earth station is consisting of the transponder where the entire bandwidth is utilized to communicate with the satellite. What the intention here is that the earth station will have a transponder, no? So the transponder bandwidth is entirely used to communicate with the satellite. So that is the thing what happens here. Another thing here is that the information transfer in terms of frames, as we are speaking, no, in terms of frames, consists of internally as bursts. New name, you are getting a new name now. This is called as bursts. Okay, we call the internal data information which is being shown in terms of frames, and those frames are being represented in terms of bursts. Okay, so these bursts should not overlap, should not overlap with each other, should not overlap with each other. That is most important thing here. These bursts should not overlap with each other. Okay, what the intention here is, these bursts should not overlap means, so frames should not overlap, should not overlap, because the frame is nothing but, I'm saying in the 8th point clearly, the information transfer in terms of frames consists of internally as bursts. Frame లోపలే ఉండే వాటిని bursts అంటారు. Burst is nothing but it is the information only, and those bursts should not overlap. So those should not overlap means the frames should not overlap. So this is the thing what happens here. So as you can see clearly here, which is being shown in terms of the TDMA, you are having the frames. So I'm showing here in terms of earth stations. I have an earth station 1, 2, 3. So for the first earth station, I'm designing a frame. So this frame is being sent to the satellite. So all the frames are communicating and they are sent to the satellite. So in the reverse direction, when they are coming to the receiver side, once again, okay, it is once again sending to the receiver side, to the earth station that we are having here. All the frames are combined. We are combining all the frames in a sequence and we are sending. But the frames are to have some gap between each frame. There should be a gap between each frame. So that gap makes you to understand which frame is coming from which earth station. Okay, so that is the thing what happens. Okay, so as we are sending all the frames simultaneously to the earth stations once again, so they may come to the individual earth station, okay, of different earth stations also, or to the one earth station all the frames may receive. My point of receiving the data from the satellite to the earth station. Satellite to the earth station, when the data is coming, all the frames may be sent to the single earth station, or all the frames can be sent individually to different earth stations. Okay, that is the thing what happens. It may happen in the receiver side. Don't forget. Okay, the data can be received to single write as all data frames can be received to single earth station or different earth stations. All data frames can be received to single earth station or different earth stations. Okay, at the receiver side. Don't forget that. So this is the thing what happening in the time division multiple axis. Okay, so this is one of the alternative technique in the satellite communication. So as we are sending the data in terms of frames now, we are dividing the data in terms of time slot. So we are providing entire time slot for each earth station. In that particular time slot, you are sending a frame of data of that particular earth station to the satellite. So all the frames are being sent simultaneously to the satellite. And also near the earth station, we are using a transponder, no? So we are using the entire bandwidth of the transponder to send the frame to the satellite. So what is the information that is present in the frame is consisting internally known as burst. So these bursts should not overlap. What this intention, if they overlap, there will be loss of information. So the frames should not overlap. So all the data that is received once again towards the earth station, all the frames are combined and they are received to the earth stations. It may receive to the single earth station or it may receive to the different earth stations that are present. Okay, so this is about the time division multiple axis. So in the time division multiple axis, we are discussing about frames. Frames are nothing but information. So we'll start with that now. Okay, right? We'll start with that now. So we have discussed about this one in terms of frames. So what is the next point? The next point is that we have to discuss the most important thing is 11th point. In TDMA implementation, the Earth station transmitting data should synchronize with the satellite that receives the data simultaneously at same time. I'll write as same time. Okay. In TDMA implementation, the Earth station transmitting the data. Okay. This is the Earth station, no? So this is transmitting the data, no? So this data should synchronize with the satellite. Okay. And only you can have the data receiving near the satellite at same time. So this point I'm discussing. As I'm saying here, okay, this point I'm discussing, as I'm saying here, the data is being given in terms of the frame from the earth station to the satellite now. So the satellite and the station should synchronize at the same time, where we can have the data transfer simultaneously. That is the thing what I want to discuss here. I want to transmit the data simultaneously. So that is the thing what I want to discuss here. Okay, we have to synchronize the station with the satellite. If you are able to synchronize, then only we can receive the data at same time. So this is the thing. So the information is sent in terms of frames now. Right? We are sending the information in terms of frames now. So the frames is consisting of burst. The information is sent in terms of frames now. So we can call that one in terms of burst. Okay, a frame consisting of burst. So information internally is consisting in terms of burst. Okay, which we are sending from the earth station. Frame consists of data as burst and sent from earth station, right? So this burst, which is consisting of information, will be studied in terms of a structure now. The burst that represents the data is known as TDMA frame. Structure is known in terms of a TDMA frame structure. So the burst that represents the data is known as TDMA frame structure. The burst which represents the data. So it represents the data, which is nothing but it is called as frame. Frame ne లోపల ఉన్న డేటా అంతటిని burst అంటున్నాం present. That is known as TDMA frame structure. Okay, that we call it as the TDMA frame structure. Okay, so now we are going to see about internal structure of TDMA frame. Internal structure of TDMA frame that we are going to see now. Okay, so when we go for that, which we are having, this is the structure now. You can see clearly here. I am showing the internal structure of TDMA frame. Okay, so this is the internal structure of TDMA frame which we are having now. Okay, the internal structure of TDMA frame. So there are different things that are present. So what are the internal things that are present in the frame? We are going to see now. Okay. Internal things that are present in the frame that we are going to see now. The first one is called as reference burst, which we are denoted with RB, reference burst. Second one is called as traffic burst. Second one is called as traffic burst. Right? These are the two things that are present internally. And the third one is guard time. Okay. Internal things that are present in the frame is called as reference burst, traffic burst, and guard time. So these are the things what are present in the TDMA frame. In the TDMA frame, reference bus, traffic bus, guard time. So what we will discuss about the reference bus now. What the reference bus says. Okay, we have seen the diagram now, so that's why we are discussing now about this one. What is this one says? Reference burst. In the TDMA frame, we are having reference burst. So we'll discuss about the reference burst now. Reference burst. So in the TDMA frame, reference burst is nothing but it is shown. It consists of RB1 and RB2. Okay, which is known as two reference bus. Okay, it is known as two reference bus. We'll keep in terms of points, right? It is consisting of RB1 and RB2, which is known as two reference bus. When you go for the second point, in the reference bus, in the RB1 and RB2, we make any one reference bus as primary reference bus. We make any one reference bus as primary reference bus. Don't forget that we are taking the reference bus discussion. So in that we are making here RB1 and RB2. In that we make any one reference bus as a primary reference bus. It doesn't mean that RB1 should be primary reference bus. You may have RB2 as the primary reference bus. But for meantime, in the discussion, I'll make RB1 as RB1 as primary reference bus. Okay, primary reference bus. We'll make this one RB1 as primary reference bus. Okay, we'll make this one as the primary reference bus. RB1 as primary reference bus and RB2 as secondary reference. Secondary reference. It is called as burst only. We call that one as secondary reference. Okay. So that is the intention here. The reference burst we are discussing very detailedly. So RB1 and RB2, which is known as two reference bus, and RB1 and RB2, any one can be the primary reference bus. But meantime, I am doing RB1 as primary reference bus and RB2 as secondary reference bus. Okay, which we call, right, secondary reference bus. So what the intention here in the TDMA? Why we call those as primary? Why we call the another one as secondary? In this RB1, we have the primary earth station. Okay, primary earth station, right, is consisting of primary Earth station data from whom we are receiving, from whom we are receiving from whom we are receiving to the satellite. Nothing but in the RB1 we have the data from whom we are receiving to the satellite. Okay, in the RB1 we have the primary earth station data. So from which earth station we are receiving the data. So that earth station information will be present in RB1. It is not the original data. It is only the data from which earth station we are getting. Okay? What the mean here is that we will know some earth station with a specific name. Only that data will be present. We will not have the original data. We will not have the original data. It will just represent only the data from which earth station we are getting. So that data is present in the RB1. Okay, in the RB1 that we have. If we go for the next one that is been representing, okay, which is nothing but we want to represent the next one. In RB2, the second Earth station from whom?
Sir, screen update avaled, sir.
Okay, okay. From whom? From whom we are getting the data to the satellite is stored. Okay. So in RB2, the secondary Earth station from whom we are getting data to the satellite is stored. Okay. So this is the thing what we have discussed about reference burst. I'll repeat once again. In the reference burst, we are consisting of RB1 and RB2, which is known as two reference bursts. So in the RB1 and RB2, we may have any one of the reference bursts as the primary reference burst. So for meanwhile, we'll consider RB1 as the primary reference burst and RB2 as secondary reference burst. So when we are considering this in RB1, we have the primary earth station. Okay, in RB1, which we are considering the primary reference burst, no? So the primary earth station data will be stored and it is being received to the satellite. So what is the data that is present in the RB1 is only from which earth station you are getting the data. So that earth station details will be present. It doesn't have any information. Okay, it doesn't have any information. It will have only the earth station from whom you are getting the data, which is nothing but the earth station details. In RB2 also, we'll have the second earth station from whom you are getting the data to the satellite, which is nothing but the same thing here also, where it will know only the second earth station details. It doesn't have any information. Okay, so that is the thing. So that we have discussed here. So this is the point which we have discussed now, which is nothing but we have discussed about RB1 and RB2. And there is some gap here. So that is called as guard time. Okay. So this guard time which is being present here is nothing but to help you The guard time in the TDMA frame is to avoid the overlap of information. Overlap of information at the input of transponder near the Earth's station of frame design. Okay. The guard time which we are discussing here, no, this guard time which we are discussing the TDMA frame, right, is to avoid the overlap of information at the input of the transponder near the earth station of the frame design that we are doing. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, we have seen about RB2, RB1 which we are having. Okay, we have seen about RB1 primary as considered, and we made that one as the primary one, and we have made RB2 as a secondary one, okay? And we have designed that. Okay, so in order to avoid the overlap between RB1 and RB2, we use a guard time. This we have. Okay, these are the things what we have discussed. Once I'll repeat what we have discussed once again, and we will see in the next class about the continuation of TDMA frame. Okay, so the time division multiple axis. This is one of the alternative technique in the satellite communication. So this technique is focused on sharing of the data transfer from the earth station to the satellite. Okay, this technique is focused on the data transfer from the earth station to the satellite. So the data is divided in terms of frames here. So near the earth station, each frame is being sent in terms of time slots, where we are dividing into time slots near the earth station. We can send n number of earth station data to the satellite when they are connected. Okay, we can send simultaneously n number of data from n number of earth stations to the satellite. Don't forget that. N number of data can be sent simultaneously from the earth stations to the satellite. So the data that you want to share to the satellite is divided in terms of time slot, and that is represented the data in terms of frame. So the entire transponders, okay, if you go for an earth station, for each earth station will have a transponder, and also near the satellite also will have a transponder. So the transponder for each earth station will utilize the entire bandwidth to communicate with the satellite to transfer the data. So we are transferring the data in terms of frames. No, these frames internally consist of bursts. Okay, these frames internally consist of bursts. So these bursts should not overlap each other. So as you are sending simultaneously the frames, no, those frames internally consist of bursts. So those should not overlap. If they are not overlapping, the frames are also not overlapping. That is the point here. I want to say frames should not overlap. That is the thing. If the frames are not overlapping, then there is no problem at all. Okay. So these frames after receiving to the satellite, those are to be once again transmitted to the receiver side of the earth station. So all the data frames are simultaneously sent to the receiver side of the earth station, and these can be received to the single earth station or to the different earth stations simultaneously. Okay, all the frames can be received to the single earth station or to the different earth stations simultaneously, because all the frames are combined and they are being sent simultaneously to the earth station. So this is about TDMA. So in the TDMA we are having about frame. So this frame, how we have internally, which is being present. So that we have discussed here. So the most important thing here is that the earth station and the satellite should synchronize simultaneously at same time to send the data. They should synchronize. Both the earth station and the satellite should synchronize simultaneously, and we can send the data. So that's way the information is sent in terms of frames now. So we will see how the structure of the TDMA frame is present. So the TDMA frame structure is shown in terms of reference burst, traffic burst, and guard time. RB, traffic burst, and guard time. So when you go for the reference burst, which you are having, it is consisting of the reference burst RB1 and RB2. We have traffic burst, we have guard time. These are the things that are present in the TDMA frame. So now we are discussing about reference burst. So in the reference burst, it is consisting of RB1 and RB2. So when you go for these two reference bursts, we can make any one reference burst as the primary reference burst. Okay, definitely RB1 is not the primary reference burst. You can make RB2 as also the primary reference burst. But for meanwhile, we'll consider RB1 as the primary reference burst and RB2 as secondary reference burst. So when we consider RB1 as the primary reference burst, it will consist of the earth station details from whom you are receiving the data to the satellite. So it will have the data from the earth station from whom you are getting the information. It doesn't have any original data. It will have only which earth station is sending the data. That details are stored in RB1. In the same way, the secondary earth station from whom you want to send the data, that reference burst will have that earth station data, and that is stored and it is sent to the satellite. Okay, so in the TDMA frame that we are showing, we are having a guard time which is being shown between RB1 and RB2. So that guard time is nothing but it is used to avoid the overlap of information at the input of the transponder near the earth station of the frame design. So when you, because this frame is being designed near the earth station, no, so there only we will look after that there is no overlap between the reference burst. If there is no overlap between the reference burst, that helps you to send the data without any loss of information. So that's why the guard time is used to avoid the overlap of information. So this is about the reference burst in the TDMA frame. So we will see in the next class about the traffic burst which is present. Okay, it is not yet over. We'll complete in the next class. Okay, just wait.